Hey guys, this is Eric Brothers back again with another video, continuing with the United States Marine Corps promotion system. I'll use my cue cards again. As you know, I like my cards sometimes. Okay, these are the following. These are the average time to be promoted for each grade in the Marine Corps. For E2, which is private first class, the average time is 6 months. For Lance Corporal, which is E3, average time is 14 months. For E4, which is Corporal, average time is 26 months to be promoted. For E5, which is Sergeant in the Marine Corps, the average time is 4.6 years. So a little 1 month over 4.5 years. For Staff Sergeant, which is E6, the average time is 10.4 years. For Gunnery Sergeant, which is E7, it is 14.8 years. For E8, which is Master Sergeant, or if you're going for what is known in the Marine Corps, they call it a top or First Sergeant, is 18.8 years. And lastly, for E9, which is the highest enlisted grade that can be held in any branch of service, which is Master Sergeant in the Marine Corps, or Sergeant Major, which is E9, is 22.1 years. Now, moving along, for the grades of E4 and above, these promotions in the Marine Corps are based on a competitive basis and is based on openings and how many vacancies there are available in the Marine Corps. For the grades of E2 and E3, these pretty much in the Marine Corps, and like any other branch of service, are granted automatically unless the individual has some type of offense that would prevent them from getting promoted. Okay, I'll be starting off with the required time in service. For Private First Class C2, required time in service is 6 months and 8 months time in grade. For Lance Corporal, which is E3, 9 months time in service is required, and time in grade is 8 months. Time in grade is basically the amount of time that an individual has served at a particular rank. So for a quick example, E2 basically has 1 stripe, which is a private first class, so they have to have served in that grade or have worn that stripe for 8 months. Next, for a corporal, which is E4, time in service required is 12 months and minimum of 8 months time in grade. For a sergeant, which is E5, time in service required is 2 years and time in grade is 12 months. For promotion to the grades of E6 to E9, the Marine Corps Commandant holds a promotion board once a year. So these particular grades from Staff Sergeant all the way to Sergeant Major, the Commandant or the head officer for the Marines, they hold a promotion board annually. And along with that, they will give out line numbers from the those that held the highest rank in a certain grade. They get the first line number, or depending on what their board score is. Alright, required time in service for a Staff Sergeant, which is E6, is 4 years time in service and 2 years time in grade. For a Gunnery Sergeant, which is E7, 6 years time in service is the requirement and 3 years time in grade. For a Master Sergeant, which is a E8 or a First Sergeant or a top, 8 years time in service is the requirement and 4 years time in grade. For the grades of Master Gunnery Sergeant or Sergeant Major, which is E9, it is 10 years time in service and 3 years time in grade. And along with the competitive grades from E6 to E9, there are certain professional military education requirements that must be met before you are eligible to sew on or take a certain enlisted grade. And this is for the grades of E6 to E9. The following professional military education requirements are: for Staff Sergeant E6, you're required to attend the Marine Non-Commissioned Officers course. This must be completed before you can sew on the grade of E6 or Staff Sergeant. Non-Commissioned Officer Basic Non-Resident Program, or the Sergeant's Non-Resident Program, or Sergeant's Distance Education Program. These are the required educational programs or that you must complete or graduate. Now, as with any other branch of service, with the Marine Corps, they can attend a sister service school, meaning that if the Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy, or the Army offers the equivalent of professional military education, they are allowed to attend the other branches of service school to get the same credit. Okay, for E7, which is Gunnery Sergeant, they are required to complete the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Career Non-Resident Program, or they must complete the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Career Distance Education Program. And as I stated with the other grades in the Marine Corps, if a fellow branch of service or sister service offers the education requirements or PME through another branch of service, they are, as long as it is the equivalent, they are allowed to attend and get credit. PME continued. For Master Sergeant, which is E8, they must attend and complete Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Advanced Non-Resident Program, or Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Career Distance Education Program, and the Warfighting Skills Program. For E8s that will become First Sergeants, they must complete and attend the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Career Non-Resident Program, Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Career Distance Education Program, or Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Resident Course, or the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Advanced Non-Resident Program and Warfighting Skills Program. Now, the Marine Corps also offers another way to get promoted under meritorious service. These are for candidates that are outstanding. They are the cream of the crop in the Marine Corps. These grades can be promoted, which is known as below the zone. From E2 all the way up to E8, they can be promoted ahead of schedule. Now, for those that would become First Sergeants or E8s, they cannot be promoted below the zone. They have to go before a board and basically go with the regular time and service and time and grade requirements. Okay. When being promoted in the Marine Corps for below the zone, time and grade requirements are the only minimum requirements needed for below the zone promotions. Okay, below the zone for E2s and E3s, no time and service requirements are needed to be promoted. They can be promoted on the spot at the discretion of their commanding officer. For E4s, the requirement is 6 months time and service. For E5s, it's 18 months time and service. For E6, the time and service required for below the zone are 4 years. For E7, it's 6 years time and service. For E8, it is 8 years time and service. Another promotional avenue for those in the Marine Corps are they can be promoted under the Combat Meritorious Promotion Program. So basically, these are for the grades of E2 to E6, but I'll begin with the grades of E2 to E5. Commanding generals can promote the grades of E2 to E5 below the zone under the Combat Meritorious Promotion Program. For the grades of E5 to E6, they receive a recommendation from their commanding generals to the commandant's office, and then from there they will make the determination if those individuals are selected or not to receive early promotion. But Basically, guys, like any other branch of service, obviously your records are going to have to be stellar if you seek to be promoted, period, or if you're seeking to be promoted below the zone or ahead of time. Obviously, there are different types of educational requirements and different types of leadership opportunities that individuals in the Marine Corps must take advantage to make their evals and records receive the highest performance ratings. Ultimately, that right there is going to decide who gets promoted first when they go before a board in any particular cycle. The Marine Corps, similar to the Air Force and the Navy, they hand out a line number. So if you have a person that, say you have 10 individuals that were promoted to the grade of E7 or gunnery sergeant, basically they'll go in successive order. So if there's 10, then that means that depending on the combination of the evals and whatever points or board score they have, the person with the highest board score is going to get the first line number. So if the highest line number is number 1, then that person will receive line number 1, number 2, it's in succession, etc., in each month, you know, all the way up for a period of 1 year. Guys, that right now is all I have in terms of the enlisted side of the Marine Corps' promotion system. I hope this video and information has helped you, and I thank you for watching. I ask that you please share the video, please like, subscribe, please comment, and I really thank you for your time. Also, I want to give a recommendation for feedspot.com. They have the top 10 military channels that are on YouTube. So please, if you want to check those channels out, go to feedspot.com and check out their top 10 military YouTube channels. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I thank you, and I will see you on the next video.